I was waiting for the elevator when I got here, and there was another guy comes up and he's waiting for the elevator, and then this woman comes up and sees us waiting for the elevator. We're standing directly in front of the two elevators, and then walks up to where you press the button to call the elevator.
Yeah.
As if we were just standing there for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? Like she went to go look and see if we pressed the button.
She checked.
Yeah, like I'm standing there in front of the elevator. There's two elevators. I'm standing in front of the two elevators.
Yep.
Guy comes behind me, also standing in front of the elevators. Woman walks up to the button to see if it is pressed. You know how it lights up when you press it?
Yeah.
I wanted to be like, yo, what the fuck do you think I'm standing here for?
Trooth Syrum.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Trooth Syrum podcast. We got Ryan and Corey.
Corey and Ryan.
And today we are back in Simple Studios in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
And I got up this morning and I got a cup of coffee at the Dunkin' Donuts. Excuse me. Right near my apartment. Yeah. And I got really upset because, like, it's a real thing now. It's not Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's just Dunkin'.
Wait, they changed the name to just Dunkin'? They don't say it's not donuts?
On the cups, it just only says Dunkin'
Wait,
now.
did they change their name officially? Is that what's... Yeah, I didn't really look at the cup
Look at
until
this
you
shit.
showed
It
me.
just only says Dunkin'.
Yeah, it's probably just noticed, too. Like, it just says Dunkin'. And, like, running on Dunkin'.
Yeah, I was just like...
What happened to donuts? Did they divorce?
And the fucked up thing is they still have donuts.
Yeah.
I think they're doing this shit on purpose because now, like, Taco Bell is selling beer now, and, like, it's Cantina now. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like it's trying to become, like, Calexico or some shit.
Yeah.
And then you got, like, Burger King now makes tacos.
What?
Yes.
Oh, gross.
And Burger King also, I think they sell hot dog. I mean, I don't eat any of this shit. I do like Taco Bell. But Burger King also makes hot dogs. Like, how come everybody just can't just do the shit? Like, you're Burger King. Just make burgers.
I know they're trying to class it up a bit, but, like, come on. Nobody wants a fucking hot dog or a taco from a place called Burger King.
I know why they're trying to class it up.
Nor do I want a burger from Taco Bell.
Well, the problem is my 600-pound life came. First of all, me and Hannah love sitting down and watching this show. Yeah, we haven't watched it in a while, but we watched it a little bit last night. And I'm watching this show, and I looked at this woman who was fucking, you know, there's like obese, and then there's morbidly obese, and then there's super morbidly obese.
Wait, what?
You never heard of this before?
Are you joking?
No, I'm not.
They
I wish I was. It's very
to
sad.
someone to be extremely overweight.
I think, like, relative to your height, depending on how much heavier you are beyond that, there's, like, levels to it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like turning Super Saiyan, and then it's like, you know, this is the next level. You turn to super obese to, like, you know, Beast ultimately Beast.
Well, yeah, except it's just going in a negative direction, right? It's like, according to, like, doctors.
I want to see how far you can take this. According to doctors. I'm sure.
According to doctors, you know.
I'm sure Phil.
Yeah. Is Dr. Phil's not even a real doctor.
Is he?
No, he's not.
He's not certified.
He didn't get certified to become a doctor. He's not a PhD.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, most of it's like those reality TV show people, they have to be certified. Like, it'd be
is he
fraud.
certified, or did he go to, like, school and?
Because I guess, for example, like, Judge Judy, she actually is a judge.
Is she really?
Yes.
Not. What about Judge Mathis?
Judge Mills Lane.
Judge Mills Lane. So these
Judge
people
Mathis? Who the fuck is Judge Mathis?
Judge Mathis is the black judge from I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland.
Drugs,
I was there. Gangs, I was in them. That's like the intro to his show.
I love it.
And then these fucking teenage kids come on there, and their parents are suing them. I found him doing heroin in the basement. He doesn't even have a job. He owes me this much money in rent. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Hold on,
like, that kind of shit.
Like, he's kind of like the guy that would scare him straight in a way.
Also,
but still litigate the.
No, I don't think he would scare them, but he would do shit like he would make jokes. He has a personality. He was really cool.
Yeah. Like, you can't get away with that shit in real court.
Yeah.
You know, like...
He's kind of like that, got a personality. Like, look at this guy up, Judge Mathis. I love this dude.
Yeah.
He's the kind of dude that, like, if you go into a black barbershop, he's always there, but he's sitting down in the front, and he's like, he might be outside smoking a cigarette, and he's never cutting anybody's hair, but he works there.
Wait, what? The Judge Mathis?
Yeah, he's like that kind of dude.
What type of reality? Well, you're saying that's
the
the
type of dude.
Oh, I thought they did that during the show. It's like, well, you know, like they go to a side segment. It's like, yeah, I do like to cut hair.
If you
and just him smoking a cigarette and like bullshitting, like in Coming to America.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's a racist fucking point of view. I just
no. That's how black barbershops are. White barbershop different, totally different vibe. Go to a black barbershop. These motherfuckers sit there all fucking day, but it's cool, you know. It's like everybody knows there, you know. But yeah. So you got obese, right? Which is according to your body mass index. This is educational. This is actually a real thing. If you're 30 pounds overweight, like plus, then you're obese, right?
Okay.
Morbidly obese, I guess, is something heavier than that.
Is it, I guess double the amount of 30, or like they go by 15 pound increments. That's like it sounds like, you know, the opposite measure when you apply it to fitness, where you have like, you know, people discussing their shapes. Like you got like mesomorphs.
Well, yeah, that's
like or like average weights.
That's in terms of like your metabolism and shit. But if you look at this is the easiest way to look at it, and I'm going to change the subject because people don't like to get reminded how fat they are, and it sucks, you know. Some people just can't fucking help it.
It's difficult to get into that sort of mindset and training, put the hard work in, you know.
Yeah, if you look at a dude and he's 5 foot and he's 5'8", right, and he. According to doctors, he should probably fuck actually what doctors think. If you look at a dude who's 5'8" and he's like 170 pounds, he's in reasonably good shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because nobody thinks about like the difference between height and weight. Like,
yeah.
That his height affects, you know, that's the amount. Like he's not like the average height person.
Well,
like,
it's just a matter of like,
you know?
trying to fill up a container with more shit than it can fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then that container is going to stretch out.
Yeah, I envy that. I want to just like, when I was like, I want to house things. I just want to eat a lot.
Yeah. No, I mean, everybody, right?
Yeah.
That's what some people, like fitness people, are really fucking annoying. You ever talk to a fitness person that's all they fucking talk about?
It's just fitness?
That's all they talk about? That's all they have?
Yeah.
Or they say dumb shit to you like, oh, like you'll be like, oh, fuck, man, I got a hangover. Oh, you know, I had a glass of wine last week and I woke up with a headache. Like, all right, shut the fuck up.
No, you don't hang at the bars. You don't party.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
You know? And they'd be like, yeah, well, you know, I ate a cheeseburger on Tuesday. And it's like, yeah, sure. All right.
Some gourmet bison shit.
Like did you fucking get high and go to Taco Bell, you asshole? Because I did,
Hell
right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know, fucking The Rock does that shit too. You know?
I bet.
He loves the freaking chill. He's Hawaiian. He's cool.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I think way more people smoke weed.
Oh yeah.
Than you like think about, or than like you
now
thought
it's more
about when you were
open,
younger.
You know, everyone is nowadays.
I think it's so stupid that there are places where it's not legal. If it was legal here in New York City, I'd be smoking weed on my way back to work. I mean, no, but you know what I mean?
Here's a hypothetical. If weed was attainable, do you think it'd be less appealing?
No, I don't.
Like
I don't think that. I think it actually will become more appealing because the people that I think that there are so many people that like have like a negative idea of it because it's illegal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd want it. Like I use it for like, you know, whenever I want to like, you know, stay calm and chill out, you know, sleep, you know.
Yeah. People have anxiety and shit. It's like as you start getting like, why do we have to like? Oh yeah, well, what about CBD? Like, yo, let's just have weed be the shit. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it works. You know, whatever.
We'll get there eventually in the future. I think I have my theories, which is like kind of crazy and ridiculous. Where like, you know, of course, it's like tobacco companies probably fighting against it because those are the old that's probably going to go out if you legalize weed. And they got to keep that those things going for a long time because they're just hanging on to that thread,
Yeah, yeah.
Life.
Hanging on to that thread of life.
Yeah, baby.
So super morbidly obese. No, I'm just kidding.
The truth about super Leo. What are we doing today?
We're doing episode 174. Is that what this is?
No.
We're up there. We're getting up there. We're getting close to 200. Might have to throw
I'll type it in later.
We'll figure it out afterwards.
I'll bleep
How about
it out
that?
when we say it.
How about we old school figure it out on the way?
Okay. All right. We're old schooling it.
I got some random facts that you told me that you want. I got some random facts. I was told by our producers, who are us, that you have some random facts that you'd like to share with me, and I'm very curious to know what they are because you seem very excited about.
Just random news.
So what's up?
Like I tend to look on like websites and like be like, well, what's this about?
You a Reddit guy?
Kind of. Well, like sometimes I like to pop in. I'm not like that strict guy. It's like I'm gonna look at Reddit.
Yo, some people look at this shit all day.
Yeah, it's like the new Wikipedia, right? Or like that's where everyone gets their source of information.
I'm so out of touch.
I don't know anymore what to rely on as in for information. What to take in. Do I go to the normal CNN news or of course not Fox. Or Wikipedia? Do I like what's a good source of information? Now it's just Reddit.
I mean, I
can trust it because it's a bunch of users telling each other things. It's like high school.
Yeah,
I can't rely on social media news.
There's just so much, and it's there's so much information out there.
Yeah,
and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I'm just getting to a point where like I don't like to just subscribe to one thing. Like I want to know what people on CNN are saying.
Yeah. And
I want to know because a lot of shit is like opinion and very emotional when you look at like a lot of users giving their shit.
Yeah.
And I want to know what Fox is saying. I want to see what everybody's saying because it's almost like if like something happened at the park, like a group of kids went and something happened, and then if you pulled each of those kids separately and asked them what exactly happened, they're probably all going to have a different story.
Yeah. Or
it's going to be similar, but there's going to be like different different perspectives from everyone. So you might hear like someone might be more biased, or if someone caused a problem and the person that caused a problem, one of his friends is there, his friend is not going to rat him out. Yeah. But somebody else who's like neutral is. But I feel like I can't even tell who's neutral anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's our world, man. It's complicated. It's no longer like black and white as it used to be. Now we're at times where we have to understand and get, like you say, everything. Like, I want to hear from this source, and trying to come up with as convoluted as it sounds at the end, but, to a simple answer, which is not.
That's why I choose to ignore it. I'm like a father who doesn't ever show up to his kid's basketball game. I just don't.
Listen, I'm not going to show up to this basketball game, son. Listen,
no, you don't say anything.
I like to be unbiased.
You just don't show up.
I drink lattes.
Like, what if there's? I'm such an idiot that if I had a son and I was older, I showed up to my son's basketball game and his team lost.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, that fucking kid, number 17 on the other team, he was fucking crushing it. Like, I would want to say that so bad on the ride home. But I'd be like, I can't fucking say that. People get mad at you for doing that.
What, like talking shit? I kind of want to hang out. I'm curious. If I ever have a kid, I do want to be in that situation and be like, I want to be one of those parents on the sides, like they're just yelling and be like,
man, that fucking kid.
Hey, dude, is that your kid right there? Man, he sucks.
Your kid, no, but like your own kid sucks, and the other team is whooping his ass. But you like
you have appreciation.
You appreciate it, and you're like, yo, they're fucking crushing it. And your wife's looking at you like, yo, just don't say this shit in front of him.
No, he has to know.
And then I'm like, no, fucking become friends with that kid so you can get that good. Yeah, if you're that serious about it.
Yeah.
That's just how.
If you don't want to play it, that's okay.
People get annoyed though and shit when you say shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody tried to talk to me about Game Changers again, like yesterday.
What the fuck is a game changer?
That documentary about
in what sense?
About like going vegan and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking? Did you see it?
What? See what?
The documentary.
No. I'll check it out. I'll put it on the list.
You should.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but my opinion on it was that I felt like it was just kind of one-sided.
What, the diet? Like just
about like, this is why meat is not healthy for you and shit. And I'm like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and eat a whole bag of bacon.
Oh, I love it. I love eating meats.
You know?
I love steak. I love bacon. I love chicken. I love all the meats.
We have the meats. Well, obviously, Ving
It's so
Rhames.
good.
Well, obviously,
Do you hate good tasting things?
I just feel like also things have changed so much over the years that like it's like one time, oh, eggs aren't bad for you. Eggs are good for you. Eggs are bad for you. Like shit like that like has changed so much over time. We're like, don't eat the yolk, just eat the egg whites and all this shit. I've never had an issue with cholesterol.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of motherfucker to eat like fucking 8 eggs in a sitting every day for months.
No, that's why you're so bulky.
And go to the doctor and then not say shit about my cholesterol.
Yeah. It's good to have cholesterol, not an extreme amount, but you need it.
I just think everybody's different.
Yeah. There is no I don't think there's like a perfectly healthy person. Like we're all imbalanced.
Yeah.
It's hard to and we could find a balance for ourselves, but not all of us are going to be the same.
You can't say something like your rule for yourself is not the same rule for other people. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you remember in Pocahontas?
Go on.
How her best friend was a raccoon? Isn't that fucking crazy?
Her best friend's a raccoon?
Yeah, right?
All right. So your question's like, is she crazy for like talking to animals? Like she has no friends?
Well, this is the thing, right?
Because like all her tribes and the tribes suck, and her only closest friend is a raccoon.
I just think it has some kind of correlation to like I think people are so fucking stupid because all right, Pocahontas is an animated character and she's hanging out with these animals. Yeah. Snow White hanging out with animals in the woods. In the woods, Aladdin has a monkey that fucking follows him around everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's his dude. You know, like
that's his, I feel like it's his, you ever seen that show, The Animorphs?
Yeah.
That's his Animorph, bro.
Like he turns into that monkey?
He turns into a monkey.
Maybe.
Turn into a raccoon someday. I don't know.
It's like his Pikachu?
Yeah.
Or, Abu's kind of grumpy, isn't he? Or
he's a bit selfish too.
He's a selfish prick.
Yeah.
That's because he's a monkey.
He's a monkey. He loves stealing.
If you pull something shiny out in front of a monkey, he's fucking going after it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
But they're funny.
Yeah. If you got a cock piercing and you pull it out and wave it around in front of a monkey,
you don't want it.
Ripping your dick off.
God.
Just like it's a banana. Ariel, Little Mermaid, hangs out with a fucking flounder. I've eaten flounder before.
A flounder and a crab.
And a crab. Is he a crab or a lobster?
I think it's a crab.
Why? Because he walks sideways? Nah, you know what? He is a crab because he doesn't have a lobster tail.
Yeah.
He does, and he's also Jamaican.
I like he's a red already. They just make him red automatically, even though like crabs are like a darker black color. Like, they boil him already. He just lives.
They boiled him and he got away. That was his story.
Yeah, that's how he's red.
Because he's from Jamaica. It was a little tough over there. There's a lot of wild shit going on. His mother got killed by a machete.
Oh yeah, I saw the. Did we talk about like the Lion King?
I think we had mentioned it before, but what were you gonna say? That it was weird because they look too real.
Yeah, it's all those live adaptations. It's just they're weird.
Yo, that shit.
Leave it alone.
It's made me.
I less appreciate the original movies. It makes me appreciate them more, but it makes me less like appreciate Disney.
Yeah, because it's like doing. They're just can we keep making we've been saying this shit for a long time.
Yeah.
Like original content is cool,
content, bro.
I feel like we're afraid to trust ourselves to make new shit that people are gonna like.
Yeah,
people are gonna like it.
Yeah, quit putting nostalgia for us kids nowadays.
Yeah, you fucking crooks. Yo, I'm
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No.
To put in like random facts, like stuff like news. Since we're talking about that, like I don't care. Like when I see, I was like on IGN, that video game site, and like I'm scrolling down. I'm like, I like to look up like reviews of like games and stuff because I like playing a lot. And what came up?
Are you a gamer? No, I'm kidding. I knew that.
I'm a gamer. And then they had this little like section about like a comment that this guy Ninja made, who plays Fortnite, and I give zero fucks.
What'd he say?
Like he's like something about like something about competitive gaming, and like it's you shouldn't have that mentality. It's just not like it's just a game mentality.
Wait a minute. So you shouldn't be competitive?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Exactly. Why not? And like all these like kids out there like, oh God, it's. What do you mean by that? You being such an asshole or something? Well, you have to be,
yo, you know what, bro?
Shit like that's that. Who cares?
No, it's not even about who cares. You know what? I do care about that.
You care? What do you mean the competitive mentality? Oh, great! Now you're like
no. I do care about that because I feel like we're turning each other and we're turning like people into pussies.
Yeah,
by making them not want to win. It's like, yo, I like winning.
I love winning.
Winning feels good. Yeah. Winning is fun, and if you lose, that sucks, but it's also take it as a lesson. Some people don't handle that well, but like, yo, we shouldn't be getting mad at fucking winners for winning.
Yeah, it's true. Like we our society kind of like turned that way. It's like, when you mentioned about like Tom Brady before, because you like Tom Brady.
I do like Tom Brady.
I am like one of those mouth breathers out there. I don't like Tom Brady, but I appreciate him because I know he's actually legit good.
Yeah.
Like, it's good to appreciate these fucking players. Like Michael Jordan. He's never part of my affiliation. I always loved the fucking Nets, and yet I respected him. Why we hating?
You were in Jersey.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Remember the fucking Jersey Nets?
The Jersey Nets, yeah.
Jason Kidd?
Some mouth breathing. Sam Cassell.
Sam Castle? That's how his name.
Keith Van Horn.
Yeah. No, but
Derek Petrovich. I can keep going. But
yeah,
that's
man.
As far as I go.
No, but I mean, like, in terms of like, especially with like younger kids, it's like, oh, it's just a game. Yo, the reason why like games were made is so like there could be it could spark that competitive drive. I think that comes in handy in other aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Your semen, whatever sperm cell made it to the fucking egg, that shit was competitive. You know, there was like these motherfuckers. I like to think about it like in Star Wars when they're all in like those fucking TIE fighters and shit. That's how like the sperm are, and they're like really trying to make it through the fallopian tubes.
Yeah, is that the whole analogy of like getting through the Death Star is just them flying in and
that's what it is,
blowing it up?
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Jesus Christ, you're blowing my mind.
I just broke down Star Wars just now.
I think we have the analogy for what George Lucas was trying to explain about the Star Wars universe.
Because he doesn't look like a guy. Yeah, he doesn't look like a guy that was getting a lot of pussy. So he was probably writing.
You think he was just jerking off while he's just like writing that scene?
He didn't have time to be getting pussy.
Yeah.
He was more focused on writing Star Wars and becoming George Lucas.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But yeah, but I do respect that. Like, I'm very competitive myself. I love winning.
I do love winning.
And like, I also, if you lose, don't be sore about it.
That's the thing. I'm not a sore loser.
Yeah, I'm not sore loser. If I take it, I'm like, that's freaking great.
I shake the person's hand. I'm like, you know what? You were better at this than me. You deserve to win.
It just feels good.
That's how you got to think.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a loser and sit around and act like you also deserve a trophy for participating. No.
It was participation awards.
Like, yo, if you get a participation award, fucking throw that shit in the trash right away, or I'm never going to respect you. The fact that participation trophies exist pisses me off.
Yeah. Do you remember that scene in the end of the Karate Kid Part 2? In the beginning of Karate Kid Part 2?
I haven't seen those movies since I was like
7 years old. So Danny LaRusso and Mr. Miyagi are walking out in the parking lot, and then like the Cobra Kai are outside, and like Johnny has this trophy, and like whatever his the coach or the sensei just like was like saying fucking going start treating him like shit. And it's like, no, you don't deserve second best. You're not a winner. He smashes it. Starts beating the shit out of all those kids.
Beating the shit out of a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Back in that time, you could do that.
At that time.
You could beat the shit out of a bunch of kids. And can you think about the things that when you watch an older movie that you can't get away with now?
Yeah.
Like the amount of fucking like the amount of gay jokes that were in Big Daddy.
Oh, God.
He's like, oh, God, look at Brad's body. Not an ounce of fat on it. It was because it was Brad Pitt and Fight Club on the TV. Do you remember that?
What in Big Daddy?
In Big Daddy?
Wait, was he saying it, or like is him Rob Schneider watching it?
It was you know how two of his boys became gay in the movie, and they were like, he's like, well, you know,
oh yeah,
he's like, you know, they watch a different kind of porno now, but whatever. Like they just kept on doing these light jokes about it.
Yeah.
And now it's like people would be way more offended, even though
it's hard to tell like what is like humor like for some people. It's like there's I don't know anymore.
This is the thing. I don't care anymore.
I don't care.
Like if you're gonna get mad enough, yo, then fucking fight me. But you know why you won't? Because you're too fucking pussy to even get aggressive anymore.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like...
Let's just yell at each other out. Yeah. Find followers and like, you know, okay.
No. Let me go home and write a post about you. Yeah. About how much you offended me and how ignorant you are.
Yeah.
Like, no. That's and I wouldn't
Help
even
me,
care.
Bitch.
I wouldn't even fucking care. I would actually probably think it was funny.
Yeah. Until we get that Jay and Silent Bob money and we find you and beat the shit out of you where you stand. I'm kidding.
Yeah. But that's I think that's my biggest problem. And any time somebody brings it up or I get to talk about it, my biggest issue with social media is just the fact that a bunch of fucking, you know, keyboard warrior motherfuckers just have like a platform now to just say shit that they would never look somebody in the face and say.
Yeah, like we need to get a little braver out there, everybody. Like just, you know, say what you mean, be honest, you know.
Yeah.
And also if you take a punch, it's okay.
It's also a platform for assholes to who are actually hateful and racist and misogynist and all that shit to get away with hiding in the bushes and talking shit. You know? But again, like, it's one of those things, if you let that stuff affect you, then you're fucking weak. Yeah. Honestly, I think you're a weak person if you read something online and it ruins your whole day.
Yeah.
I think you're a weak-ass bitch and you need to get over it. You can't control what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
You know?
We're all different, man.
So fucking man up. Man up. So let me talk to you about raccoons.
I think we found the topic, the truth about raccoons.
You know, it'd be really interesting if we called this episode that because people are interested in raccoons, including myself.
They're so adorable, but also terrible.
I've become very incredulous. I'm doing this thing.
Great. There's that word. Here's the word of the day of Corey.
The word of the day is incredulous. I've become very incredulous about the shit I watch that's on like nature documentaries now because we've gotten so fucking good at CGI that I feel like a lot of this shit is fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit that's really deep under the sea.
Yeah, I can't tell.
It's like, this is fake.
It's got to be fake.
It's like, oh, this no man can come here, and it's so dark that you can't even see. Like, so how? Like, and I understand.
Show us proof.
I was just talking to Hannah about this shit on the way here.
We need a newspaper and the actual animal.
What about like drones? I guess they can go down there, but like, does our technology work? Like, we're getting like leagues under the sea.
Yeah,
that shit is scary, bro. Like, I feel like the Loch Ness monster could be real. And all that shit, even though the legend of the Loch Ness Monster is so old that if the Loch Ness Monster was real and it didn't reproduce, chances are it's probably dead.
Yeah.
And it's probably just become one with the earth. Yeah. Just like Godzilla, just like all the Titans from Clash of the Titans. Like,
yeah, they're just down there somewhere.
Wasn't her Schwarzenegger in that movie, the original?
Clash of Titans?
Yeah, was that Schwarzenegger?
No, you're thinking Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, that was Conan.
Or Red Sonja.
They were very similar outfits.
Yeah, just a loincloth and like leather armor.
If you were a Titan, which Titan would you be? I think that there are more Titans than just on Clash of the Titans. That those are just the famous Titans.
Who are the Titans?
There was a Cyclops and there was like a fucking like a Hydra.
You make it sound like it's a team.
No,
Titans.
not the Teen Titans. Remember Clash of the Titans when these fucking gigantic monsters came to destroy the planet?
Were those monsters teams? Like were they like we got Cyclops, Medusa.
I think realistically, they made those monsters so stupid and angry that even if they successfully destroyed the planet, they would all kill themselves right afterwards.
Like, what are we gonna do? We killed all humanity.
No, they would kill each other.
Yeah.
And then by the end, the last one alive would just probably bleed out because they were all so fucking stupid.
Jeez, that's very morbid.
That's what I think. Because what do you do now? All right, say
they're probably just like, now we could actually live our lives.
I
don't have these humans to fuck with us anymore.
Yo, usually I like to say a bunch of shit like I'm so sure about it when we record this show, and then I go back afterwards and like look up what I was talking about.
You're like,
But sometimes I'm
like,
very
that
wrong.
Check out, but that checks out. That's what the truth is, baby. The truth serum.
I'm looking this shit up right now.
Truth.
See, they made a remake. I'm talking about the Clash of the Titans that I saw.
With, what's his name from Terminator Salvation?
No, I'm talking about the Clash of the Titans that came out in '81. I saw that movie when I was a kid, and the fucking Titans looked so bad, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the original where they had the clay, like that sort of stop motion?
Yeah, it was like that claymation type shit. Directed by Desmond Davis.
Desmond Davis, check out his work.
Came out June 12th. That's my birthday. Nah, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Wait, let me see. Clash of the Titans, 1981. Yo, there was a Medusa, right? Let's see the Titans.
Here's another random fact here. Do you know that when cats purr on your body, it regenerates your bones?
Are you sure about that? Or is that just an old wives' tale?
No, I'm just putting it out there. I'll let you figure it out. I read it.
on Reddit?
Somewhere. I like when people's like, what's your source? What's your source? I don't know. I was late last night. I just woke up and I saw an article online. I
just go by word of mouth. I'm just gonna start believing everything people tell me.
I like when people do arguments and like they have to. Of course, you back up the facts, but how far in the sources do you have to go to be like, yeah, it's a fact? Like, how much do you need?
Yeah.
To be like, oh, that's a thing.
Well, it's like
that was an article that was read by. Oh, you want me to name the scientist? The scientist is Jeff Forbes. I don't know.
Well, I've said this before. There's two types of people in this world. One person will watch a magic trick and start asking the magician, well, how'd you do that? I need to know. And then the other person will just go, oh my God, that's amazing. And then they'll just walk away and just accept the fact that this person is a wizard.
I love listen.
Magic is cool. I didn't want to know.
I used to be I pretend I hated magic, but I actually love magic.
Magic's great.
I love magic.
Magic's great. Magic's cool.
Yeah. I watched the what's that movie with Michael Caine and the Prestige.
My name is Michael Caine.
My name is Michael Caine.
I'm not really good.
Another Batman.
That's pretty good. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to bury him, right?
Yeah, but the Prestige is so awesome. They reveal one of the magic tricks was like, how did they make the canary appear? And like the one girl, the little kid, is like figured out. It's like, what happened? What'd you do with the baby brother? It's like, what are you talking about? It's the same bird. No, they just pretty much just crushed the bird and in a cage and released a new bird. It's like when you
if you have a fish and the fish dies while you're at school and then your parents go get you another fish.
Yeah, oh, it's the same fish.
And they go, no, it's not. His name was Simon, and I used to call his name, and he would at least look at me. Do you think fish learn their names?
I don't think so.
You're like, Simon, and you're tapping on the fucking glass. You're like, doom, 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 doom. And this fish is just...
According to Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. Anyways,
fishy. Who was that? Who was that actor?
All I know is he was in The Mummy.
Right, he was in The Mummy.
He was so funny in Deuce Bigelow.
He was so funny. He was so serious. He was a little more serious in The Mummy.
I will cut off your Johnson.
The real question is, what the fuck happened to Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, what happened to Brendan Fraser? I had high hopes for him. He's still. What am I talking about? He's still doing good. He's part of the new Doom Patrol DC TV show.
I have a hard time believing it anymore.
Believing him?
Yeah, because I think he had potential to be like a hot dude. You know what I mean? He was on Airheads and shit.
It was more than being just a hot dude.
No, man. That's all life is about.
No, you're right.
No, he had potential. I mean,
Yeah,
like
he was singing with honors. He wasn't just like the handsome dude. Like
The Mummy was a great
he's a
franchise.
talented actor. You know, he still could do drama and whatnot. You know,
What about Nicolas Cage, man?
I love Nick Cage.
Nicolas
Don't you talk
Cage,
damn
man.
shit about Nick Cage.
Where
Nick
is
Cage
he
my
these
boy.
days?
Where
Would you like
is
Wicker
He's
Man?
around. He's still working.
Do you like
I'm
Wicker
glad he had a debt so he could work more.
Yeah, for real. You know who's a fucking weirdo to me? I don't give a shit. Oh, you can't talk about people like that. You know who's a weirdo to me? I think they're super talented. Don't take away from that. I think Joaquin Phoenix is a goddamn weirdo.
He's a fucking weirdo.
He's a fucking weirdo, and honestly, and I'm gonna fuck your mother if I ever meet. That's from Entourage. No, I think he's a weirdo, bro. And I saw this thing. I feel like we just fucking seesaw on this shit, man. You got raccoons. Yo, bro, if I saw Pocahontas walking down the street with a raccoon in the daytime, I'd be like, this broad is sick, and this raccoon has rabies. Because there's no fucking way. But anyway, yo, you know when people, this is another problem, right? With social media to me. I love bitching about social media. How accessible we all are. Mm-hmm. So there's a woman that I used to work with fucking over 10 years ago. At the time, she was like probably like a little older than I am now. Mm-hmm. She was like one of my managers. Super nice, super sweet, always really cool. Like good person to work for. She sent me this video the other day of Joaquin Phoenix accepting an award. Mm-hmm. And in the speech, he's like, you know, I just want to take this time to talk about how, you know, us white people haven't really been inclusive, and I just think it's our responsibility. And and as soon as I started listening to this shit, I got fucking angry at this person for sending me this video as if I would give a fuck. Yo, I don't watch award shows. And if I do watch an award show, the last thing I want to hear is a fucking actor come up on stage and start talking about their political views.
Yeah, it's been bad. Like even like during the Academy Awards, everyone had something to say. The only like few that were kind of cool.
It's so fucking lame now.
Was the director of Parasite? He was just like, "Thank you, everybody. This is freaking awesome. I'm just gonna drink after this. We're gonna party."
That's the way to do it.
That's how you do it. Just say,
"That's the way to do it. Thank you.
I deserve this. Awesome." And leave.
I'd like to personally say right now, on record, that as a person of color, if I'm mad at white people for anything, it's doing shit like this.
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
we don't need to.
God, we feel so bad because we've been white the whole time. And now we want, like, yo, just stop. Just act like a fucking regular person.
Yeah, just be cool. Just be cool.
You know what I mean? If I won an award, you know what I would do?
What?
This is what I would say.
All right. Can I do the intro?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let me look here at the awards here for best actor in a film called Balls Deep, and the winner goes to Corey Easley.
Thank you. I'll be honest with you. When
I love you, Corey.
Thanks, bro. I love you, man. When me and the guys got together and started making this film, we were like, oh, God, this is fucking stupid, but I'm going to keep this nice and short. I'd like to thank my mom for supporting me. I'd like to thank my wife for always having my back, and all my friends and family. Thank you all. Have a good fucking night. Thank you. That's it. And I would walk right off stage. I wouldn't stop and take a heavy sigh and be like, you know, I just feel like it's our responsibility to get out there and fucking, like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, like,
that's fucking lame. It's a
platform for, like, you're talking to other actors out there and like performers. Nobody really fucking cares.
Yeah, are you about to be in a movie where you're a politician?
Yeah,
and you're doing that right now?
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
Come on,
you're a fucking act. Just be in the movie and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. If you're going to do that, just, do it on your own time. Like, if you want to run for office, give that a try, and then spread the word, and that's what you're going to do. Do good through action rather than, like, oh, I'm going to do it through being live on a show.
That's what I appreciate that. It's like, yo, when you just hear something, wow, did you hear that this person just went to this charity and did it, da. Like, I found out, like, a couple years ago that fucking Akon, the musician, the rapper, whatever, he gave all this money to all these poor kids in Africa, and it wasn't like he didn't like make an announcement about it.
Do good.
He just went and just did it. He didn't go to an award show and talk about how he did it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate these people. I hate these people as much as I fucking like everybody. Like that's why I try, like when I'm walking down the street, like I have idle time, I try not to really even browse on my Instagram feed anymore because everybody's just so fucking annoying to me.
Yeah, like I don't even, you know me, I don't even use social media. Once in a while I see like whatever messages Brian sends us.
Yeah, or I like to go joke. I like to look for memes.
Yeah.
Like I've made my shit where the only thing that pops up is like fitness stuff. It helps me with my work. Funny shit. Really funny.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, not PC kind of shit. The way comedy should be. And like that's pretty much, and like skateboarding and like a couple of sports things, but nothing like, none of that stupid shit pops up. I mute people now.
Yeah. I need to be like, actor life. I'm like, all right. You're doing background right now. That's cool. I'm just like, that's cool.
I just think it's important that, why? Why? Because it's important to you?
Yeah.
I think it's important that you just fucking, I don't know.
I just like doing jokes. I just like if I throw it out there. Like I post just to make, the reason I post on Instagram is so that, my parents could just see that I'm doing fine. So that's just a security
my parents
blanket.
know I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm around. I love you. It's cool. I'm doing this. That's it.
If you do something really cool, like
something funny, that's all I would post, and that's like every 3 other months.
I want to see shit like, I want to see like a video of a dude who's like 4'11", and he runs and jumps from the fucking foul line and slam dunks a basketball. I'll be like, holy shit!
I love that amazing.
This man can fly.
Yeah, man. I like watching those.
Like shit like that'd be cool.
Fucked up shit where it's like, how did a guy just jump a car with his flaming motorcycle in the middle of traffic? Holy shit.
And then he dies?
No.
And then he fucking dies at the end. Or fails. Fails are funny.
Oh, fails are funny. I remember like us going to down to Tommy London's, what's that place?
Down the Hatch?
Down the Hatch, yeah.
Oh, when they had the fail videos on?
Fail videos when you just sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
There was this one dude. Remember that guy that was for a while. It wasn't for a long time, but the news reporters would be like, well, we got one witness here who was sitting back here the whole time, and he was like, well, I was sitting on my porch and I opened up a beer and then I fucked her right in the pussy, and then they try to snatch the mic from him as he's saying it, like the news reporter. That shit was the best to me for a long time because he
just kept on going. He kept
getting away with it. And then he got like a little famous about it. And then they like interviewed him. He's like sitting out on his lawn with a fucking those chairs that you bring to like tailgate parties.
Yeah, you mean like lawn chairs?
Yeah, he's sitting on a lawn chair.
I love lawn chairs.
Lawn chairs are great.
My place up there.
It's nice when they have a cup holder.
Oh yeah.
Because then you could just like, you don't even need to really look for somewhere to put.
I like the old school setup. Just a foldable lawn chair and a cooler.
Cooler's cool.
That's my thing. Just right beside you, so you could open up and grab anytime. You don't have to be asking like, hey Todd, throw me one. Nope.
You know why? Because I love convenience. If I had a garage and all my buddies were over, why the fuck would I only have a fridge inside the house in the kitchen? There will be a fridge in the garage.
Were you talking to me about like having an outdoor fridge? No, wait, that's McKinsey. Never mind.
No, but an outdoor fridge is a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
The problem is you get neighbors and they can steal shit from you.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
That's what it is. They could just
fine garage fridge. I want a garage fridge, but for meats and beer or mostly liquor.
Did someone tell us a story about them getting hammered and breaking into their friends' backyard to steal beer when they were underage? Because they had an outside fridge.
No, yeah, what's his name? Our buddy here that came in. Damn it! Now we're terrible at callbacks for the show.
Oh, James.
James, yeah.
Yes.
He told that story. I thought I was taking that for something that Mackenzie was telling me. No.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's what happens, though, right?
Happens.
If you got a fridge, it's like you got a wraparound porch, and there's a fridge on the backside. And you have like fucking teenagers in your neighborhood, chances are they're gonna all be fucking hammered on a Saturday night at like 1 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and you're probably going to be asleep or in the house, and they're going to make it a mission to sneak over to your house and start stealing your beer because they know you always have beer.
Yeah. Just like raccoons. Thank you. Brought it back. We are stealing.
Full circle.
Boom.
So let me tell you something about raccoons. Raccoons are nocturnal.
The night eyes.
They have hands.
They could grab things.
They could take over the fucking world, really, if you
They
think.
could. If
They're bigger than cats.
They are quite big.
They can stand up on their back legs. They're like little bears, but I feel like they're smarter.
There was this raccoon in my my neighborhood that was the fattest thing, and I don't know what it was doing because like in Jersey City, I lived in like it's kind of like diverse. You have like an Indian section, a Philippine section. Like there's like it's just a lot of that fatty foods out there. And I'd imagine this. We called it Chubs because it's fat as fuck, but its tail was missing, which I felt kind of bad about.
Oh, that's fucked up. You
But
sure it wasn't a fat
cute to see him
bobcat?
waddle. Like it's so surprising. We saw it over like I think last year. It's like, oh my god, it's still alive. It survived this winter.
What if you saw a platypus?
A platypus? I'd be puzzled. How did it get all the way to a city?
Yeah.
Is it trying to change its life? Was it running away from the law?
Isn't it weird that isn't a real animal to you? I feel like that's weird. It's got a beaver body, but it has a beak.
Yeah, it's like those jokes that like they put on Family Guy. It's like, well, like God's creating it. It's like, all right, next creature. Just throw chunks of beer. It's like, put a tail on there and a beak. There we go. We'll call it a platypus. It'll be funny.
Yeah. Yo, fucking, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's a strange looking animal.
Yeah.
Damn,
bro.
All right, guys. Well, you have been here for another installment of the Trooth Syrum podcast, and I got to tell you, it's always fun, and I actually enjoy it when we're sipping on coffees in the morning, just fucking rambling.
Yeah, baby.
Talking about a lot of shit, man. Talking about life.
I like how it's like we've evolved from like getting plastered and being to this point.
It's gonna happen again.
Oh no, we're gonna have a balls out episode at some point where we're back and we're just. I'm sure when Frank gets back, which hopefully will be soon. Yeah. Well,
you ever wearing boxers at home and you're sitting on the couch and you don't realize your balls were hanging out the whole time, but it doesn't matter because you're home.
Yeah. I don't wear those boxer shorts anymore. I do have like some of them have holes and I forget to get rid of those. And like you ever had like those ripped like right underneath your?
Yeah, you got to take them off and just like what is that? Is there like heat coming off your balls? It's like burning a hole in your underwear.
I think it's I stretch it a lot, and sometimes I stretch because it doesn't have like a strong whatchamacallit like materials that like keeps it together.
Yeah, I was once doing squats at the gym, and the second I came down, I heard a pop. I was with Hannah at the gym, and she starts laughing.
So your
and
balls
my whole
are hanging out.
ass opened up, but underneath my outside pants. But it was really funny because it was loud as shit. It was like when a balloon bursts open, but it wasn't a pop. It was a poof.
That's a big surprise.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh yeah. So
thank you all for listening. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna pitch. Check out our Patreon.
Check out our Patreon page.
Yeah, at patreon.com/Trooth Syrum. Trooth Syrum.
The Trooth Syrum. How now, brown cow.
Yeah, check us out. Donate if you like. We'd love to keep doing this show for you. Also, check out our Instagram at Trooth Syrum _podcast. We'd like to hear from you. If you have something to say or comment, we'll take it.
Yeah, and share with your friends and like and subscribe. And if you have any opinions, if you disagree with anything that we said, if you like anything we said, hit us up on our podcast page and let us know if there's anything that you'd like to hear us talk about anytime soon. I love you all. My name's Corey Easley _ on Instagram. Holla at your boy.
I'm Ryan Babala.
We'll see you next week, fuckers.
Yeah, need to all diddle those keys. Expanse.
Is he still doing that? Like, people do shit like that all the time.
Yeah. like I remember when I was in an elevator with like Mackenzie at her building, and we tend to just like fuck around a lot. We just like finger bang.
Way to brag. You just finger blast.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
But like
hey,
when I
humble
said
brag.
we're just joking. Like we're just like staying in the elevator for so long, and we forget to press the button. You're like, why are we moving? It's like been like 3 minutes, and it's like, oh yeah, we forgot to press the button because we're too busy making out.
Oh, like a couple of high school kids. Yeah. Yeah, no, it also happens on the train. If you ever ride on a train and you're about to get off on the next stop and you're standing by the door and then someone else comes up behind you like, hey, I'm getting off the next stop. It's like, yeah, me too. That's why I'm standing here facing the door.
Yeah.
They get like right behind. They start rubbernecking.
Yeah, it's like I once was asked for that little space by the door because I like being by the door because I like to leave early as well as that happened to you. And like this lady walked up to like, can we trade places? I was like, no. Like, what?
Yeah, no.
And like it's like, oh my stop's the next stop. She says. I was like, no again. She sits back down, and turns out it wasn't her. Yeah, it's fucking shit. Look at that. And turns out that it wasn't even her last stop.
Oh really?
Yeah, she was fucking with me. She's like, she just
wanted to take your spot.
Yeah, just wanted to take.
That's
my
what
spot.
it was.
Yeah, I didn't really appreciate that.
I've gotten up for people to give my seat, and then they got off on the next stop. That's annoying too.
Yeah,
because I got like a longer ride, and you just fucking.
Yeah, you have that mentality. It's like you want to sit, you want to relax,
yeah,
you want to be like before going to work. Like you want to that's what sucks about morning commutes.
I'm trying to charge up to get ready for the day.
Hell yeah. I think we sound good. You wanna get into it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
I'll wait a couple seconds.